Hello everybody, welcome on back to Ku5ogrande. I'm Rosencha, and I'm here to carry us to our next possible fever dream. Come on in, let's go ahead and welcome on in the GM Fel Temp. Fel, I want to chat with you a little bit.
Hello.
Hello there. Oh my gosh, good to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Oh.
So today I have another Japanese exclusive game with giant robots, Browning for the PC Engine CD.
Look, I wasn't ready to click the button. There we go, Browning.
There we go.
Yeah, look at this robot. You know, lines pointing to legs and to that one piece in the middle and the shoulders. I'm a little bit scared of this mech, let me tell you.
Yeah, and the intro tells us that Browning is an acronym apparently for Brown Innovatory Gunner.
What?
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean either, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I have no idea what. But good for them. They're gonna have bullets. That's what I get from this. It has bullets.
A lot of bullets.
I'm trying to remember if I've played or seen this game because there was a time that a lot of us were playing TurboGrafx games over at RPG Limit Break, and I feel like this might have been one of them that popped up for us. I'm not going to know until we actually get into the match, though. So, what type of game is this? Is it going to be a platformer for us?
I guess I call it a run and gun, though playing it kind of feels more like a single-plane beat-em-up with kind of how the bosses come and stuff. I mean, you jump, but there's nothing really to jump over aside from enemies. So kind of platformer adjacent, but not quite a platformer.
Platformer adjacent, I love it. Well, a little bit of a run and gun, maybe a little bit of jumping. Jumping isn't the main skill that you're going to have to use. Instead, with a lot of run and guns, what you have to do is figure out a good balance between dealing damage and taking damage, conserving health, and honestly, I think figuring out which weapon is going to be the best to use. There are multiple weapons, I would assume.
Not in this one, no.
Well, never mind then.
Yeah, you get one gun. And that's your gun.
Well, so my assumptions for a run and gun are a little bit out the window. Thank you. Thank you.
You're also a bit slow for a run and gun. It's more of a slow mech and gradually goes forward shooting things game.
Okay. I know that Toki people called it a sloth and gun or whatever phrase. Is it faster than Toki, at least? Maybe?
I haven't seen Toki in a while, but I think it's faster at least when you use your rocket pack. Which I have not told the players about. We'll see how long it takes them to figure out they have that.
Oh, nice. I like rockets.
Lumber and Gun. It's a good name.
Just as a reminder for everybody, this is an hour-long match. We will be seeing who manages to make the most progress during that hour. I see some beautiful cutscenes as well. Are we going to be able to watch the cutscenes?
I went with no. I mean, you can see maybe a little bit if you leave it on screen before the match starts. But the intro cutscene's like 5 minutes, and it's kind of a bit long for a match. And it's unfortunately not really funny bad for a good Ku5 game.
Alright, fine. I just saw a guy without a shirt on. That's all. And so I was going with the assumption that that's what we were going to get through this whole thing. But I guess that, you know, sometimes life disappoints you. And sometimes Fel does as well.
Oh.
No, it's okay. You can disappoint me. It's fine. No, honestly, you know, I was talking to Justin last night about some of the new GMs, and I really have enjoyed having you on. Like, I feel like we've got a good banter going back and forth between us. It's been fun having the commentary. Like, you and Blasphemous Roar are especially new, and both of you I have so much fun with doing commentary. So, yeah.
Glad to hear that.
I'm just showering you with praise right now. Honestly, it's been a blast having you.
That's good to hear.
I'll see about this game, though. I'm not sure. We'll find out. You know, maybe my opinion will change in just a little bit. Maybe it won't.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I've disappointed everyone with this game. This terrible mech game. How dare I?
The stakes were low, but... oh, boy. Well, you know, I have never really been a huge fan of mech games, you know? I think that a lot of them just aim to be too realistic in a world where you're driving a giant robot. That's not really realistic, is it? No.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Like, the mech games are like more like Virtual On and stuff like that, where they kind of are really over the top.
Yeah, like over the top, fantastic. Absolutely something that makes sense to me. Normal mech stuff, it's like, let's go ahead and make it as accurate and boring as possible. No, I'm not a fan of. Do we get to go a little bit over the top with this game? Like, I've got fingers crossed.
There's a lot of explosions, at least.
Oh, I like those.
Oh, yeah, and actually, on that note, flashing warning for people, if anyone needs that.
Thank you so much, everybody. Let's go ahead and make sure that's in the title. Flashing warning. We do not want anybody to call the flashing police or whatever. The flashing police. Wow, maybe... I think that's a different job that they have to deal with. Well, okay. As usual, when it comes to some of these other platforms that aren't completely standard, I may have to do some recapturing later on. So forgive me if it looks bad, but... oh, this is loud. Shut up. Shut up, stupid ship. Okay. I'm checking right now to see if the players are ready to roll. We will have 1 hour for them to make as much progress as possible. Meticulous Beekeeper, Cheese Viking Games, Kessenchu, and Exuno. Everybody get all of your robots ready. Oh, this music is so good.
Oh yeah, the whole presentation is great. Just everything else that's a problem.
Spam your emotes, everybody. Get those out there. Get excited. Have blonde people and robots and brownings, I guess. Yeah. I'd say that's anime. The mouse ears. Robots. Yeah. Kapow. Action. Adventure. And anime. That's what we need. As soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer. Yeah.
Alright, so the first thing I'll tell you, which will not be obvious watching this, is that the way it moves is really, really clunky. Like, if you just tap left or right as lightly as possible, you will take 2 full steps.
Really?
Yeah, so it makes it sometimes awkward to like dodge things and go exactly where you want to. And you also don't automatically turn around. You have to double tap back, whichever direction you try to turn around to, and then you turn around.
Okay, gotcha. This looks pretty neat so far, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like, the presentation's great. Like, watch a short video, it's like, oh, this game's going to be great, and then you play it for a bit, and it starts getting more frustrating and more frustrating. And I feel like they're trying in some interesting mechanics here. Like, you actually have a regenerating shield, which you didn't normally see in, like, 1992.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this music! I am in love with this game already. This is all I needed in my life. So, right now, you're saying that the biggest bad thing about this, essentially, is the movement. That it's very easy to accidentally walk too far. Honestly, it didn't look like that mattered too much for the first stage, but it may matter in some of the upcoming stages.
Yeah, the first stage is very easy, but then it gets more and more just... Yeah, it's sort of like around things you can jump, but your jump is also, like, really stiff. And you can't actually fly, which I don't think anyone figured out quite yet. But you just have jump in the... Actually, no, someone had overheating before, so they've noticed Ku5ogrande. But yeah, eventually overheat if you use a rocket pack. But that's useful for getting around a lot of the lesser enemies, because most of these enemies don't actually matter. It's basically, once you get to an end of the segment, you stop something, you scroll, and you either have to kill a boss, or in one level there's a few, like, generators you have to kill before it lets you move on.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Okay, this is a mech game that I really actually want to play. You've managed to get one. So, feel proud of yourself, okay? Give yourself a good pat on the back there.
I did it! Yeah, this is not the worst mech game on the console. There is at least one much worse one that I plan to do later. Won't spoil it further.
Okay,
but this is enough for this. This is a game that is a little bit infamous in the PC Engine community for the game that looks awesome until you play it.
Yeah, I know a few of those. Just a handful. Okay, there we go. I'm just working to get the last couple things cleaned up because, yeah, welcome to capturing turbo graphics, especially when the border. I don't know. Whatever. We're done. We got it. Okay, so everybody is currently on level 2 from what I see. When do you think is going to be the first major wall?
I mean, to a degree in this, you've already seen them die a few times in level 2.
Okay.
Level 3 gets much harder, and in particular, it has 2 bosses at the very end, which is a huge pain to deal with.
Okay, two bosses at the end.
Yeah, and like no break, and just one dies, next one comes right in, and it's boss time again.
Well, that's nice. No heal.
Yeah, you don't even really heal between levels. Like, honestly, the probably a good strategy to use in this is when you get to a level, just die, because even if it continues, and you might as well start full health.
Actually, help me a little bit with this. What is your health? The shield?
The shield, yeah. So it's basically, I think the exact amount of damage varies, but you lose at least one of those every time you're hit by something. It does gradually regenerate if you just kind of stand around a bit. Though once the shield runs out, you'll see like some alert on screen saying the shield's out, and I don't think it regenerates at that point. I'm not sure. But once the shield's gone, one hit will kill you.
Okay. Well, that's not nice. Yeah, I saw that Exuno managed to kill one enemy while having his shield down to 0, but I assume there was a really quick death right after that.
Yeah, probably. There's a lot of... Once that happens, it's really hard to stay alive for very long. This game has to spawn a lot of little, small, annoying enemies constantly at you. Like in this level, all those like little triangle guys they're a huge pain. You technically don't need to kill any of them. You need to kill that big robot Exuno's fighting against right now, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the company that made this, by the way, Riot. They also made the game Valis, which I believe we've had that on Ku5ogrande before as well. It was probably a Maikuyama.
Yeah, we had Valis 3. Riot specifically worked on the PC Engine port of the original Valis.
Yep.
For other bad games, they worked on Beast Wrestler for the Genesis.
Ooh, fun. They also worked on a game called Psycho Dream, which apparently was similar to the Valis games. I assume that they probably used that quite a bit, that formula there. I mean, if you've got something working for you, go ahead. You know, stick with it for a while.
It wouldn't surprise me, and there was actually one game that's on the list that it's a really obscure one I liked. It is called Ku5ogrande 00 or 00. I don't know how they want to pronounce it, but that is a mech shmup, or it's kind of designed to be like the over-the-top 70s super robot stuff, and it's not an amazing game, but it's pretty good and much better than this.
So how do you get extra shield? Are there pickups throughout here? Because everything's going so fast, I'm not really seeing too many pickups. But
no pickups.
Okay.
You regenerate slowly if you can avoid getting hit. And that's really it.
Gotcha. So occasionally, you know, they do have a timer at the bottom, but taking it a little slow in certain areas could help. Kessinger, by the way, is in the red temperature. How do you get your temperature down?
Temperature that goes up by using your rocket pack, and that's another thing where it just goes down by not using your rocket pack. You just gotta wait a minute.
Okay.
But with that one, at least it can still kind of be active, because jumping doesn't hurt it, shooting is fine. It's really just with the rocket pack and the dashing.
Ah, gotcha. Oh, geez. I'm trying to look a little bit. The person who did the music for this also did the music for Valis 3, which we've had here. And honestly, there aren't too many other games I know. Golden Axe, they did the audio for that as well. And Beast Wrestlers you were talking about.
Actually, those Cheese Viking games, I think, just died at the same time as the boss, and it did not count.
No! Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, what's really weird is I've done that too. I think it depends exactly who dies first, because I have done it, killed them a half second before me, and it did count. So, it is very finicky about that.
I love it.
Yeah, so Riot was part of Telenet, which did all the Valis games, and Telenet also owned Wolf Team. So
I love Wolf Team.
Yeah, so these weren't Wolf Team, but this is kind of like probably like the room next door to Wolf Team.
I love that. Honestly, you know, there were a lot of games that never really saw much popularity over here in the US that actually have some fantastic audio, which, I mean, we're hearing that in this game. It's beautiful. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, Wolf Team actually did some fantastically janky stuff that also saw a lot less popularity. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is kind of a similar Wolf Team thing where they're ambitious with this, but they don't quite hit their ambition. Like, this is a great looking game for the system. It's a great sounding game. It's just, I wish you did different gameplay for this. Oh, Exuno's on level 3.
Very nice, Exuno. You know, it was a little bit hard to tell just by looking at the screens that were up there, because there were 3 going through the same cutscene, but then Exuno's on the next stage. The others are not.
Yeah, so stage 3, this is a weird thing where you want to hit some generators. The thing Exuno's shooting now is just a wall. It doesn't do anything. But yeah, that big, I guess it's a generator, whatever that thing is, you have to shoot, I think, 3 of those before the boss comes out. And it won't let you pass until you blow it up.
Now, as I'm watching this, you know, the graphics, I would say, you know, graphics don't make a game good. Music doesn't make a game good. But the graphics are pretty dang good. I love them. And the person who worked on the art here actually was the environmental artist, or one of them, for Final Fantasy Type 0. Worked on Castlevania Judgment, worked on multiple Bloody Roar and Naruto games, and yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, no, this would be great to put in a resume for a game artist. Like, that's totally done well.
Oh, yeah. I 100% agree. I would say that, as far as I can tell, just because it's a little bit difficult to maneuver around some of these enemies and some of the things that hurt you, that just the fact that you can't react to everything makes this significantly less enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I've talked a little bit about sort of the idea of a platformer or some of these games. In general, a perfect player should be able to react to things and be able to deal with it. And by perfect player, I mean somebody who literally has perfect reaction time. If you aren't able to react to something, then it's usually a sign that maybe it's not quite as well designed. I'd say that the one saving grace in this game is that if you don't take damage for a while, you heal. So that compensates a little bit for that.
Yeah, but at the same time, they combined that with a time limit, which is it's really frustrating that way. Like, do you have time to actually heal here or not? And you don't necessarily know if you haven't played the level yet. Though I do feel like level 3 gives you more opportunities to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can actually dodge most of the regular enemies just by ducking here. Or by flying as high as possible on the screen and going over them.
So, how many continues do you have?
It's infinite as far as I can tell.
Okay.
So you have infinite ammo for your one gun that takes way too many hits to kill anything.
Yeah, better not be pulling a Golgo 13 here. You had 52 lives in that. and it didn't show you.
Yeah, I think the idea of Go-Go 13 is you're kind of pretending it's a TV show presentation-wise, and that's how many episodes a year-long TV show would get.
Yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't clear, okay? Like, if you didn't have the manual, you had no idea.
Yeah, if we displayed it on screen of, like, you're in episode 8 of 52 or something, yeah, I would at least tell you, but no, of course not. Oh, yeah, and it's a dork for the system. One graphical thing to point out is this system only has one background layer. There's a lot of other ways you have to do to kind of fake multiple background layers, and level 2, which 3 of these players are on, is really good at faking multiple layers here.
Wait. That's actually just one layer?
It's one background layer. You can do a trick with, I think it's called like line scrolling, where you can kind of scroll different parts of the screen at different speeds, and they combine that with sprites. Like, all those columns are clearly sprites, because I know the hardware.
Oh, they're flickering
and
as well,
combining those, yeah. So combine those, it looks like there's more than one background layer.
That's really cool.
Yeah, like, at a technical level, I don't think there's any problems with this. Like, they did that well. Like, this game doesn't seem that glitchy or anything either. Like, it's programmed well, it's just the underlying design is, like, the big problem.
How about the lag? I feel like the lag is a little out of control here.
It is sometimes, I'd say, yeah. So this was technically an 8-bit console.
This was only 8-bit?
Yeah, it was a custom chip. They made a custom chip based on 6502, which is what like the NES used and a lot of like Commodore 64 level, all those old computers. So basically, Hudson kind of added a few features to it, cranked up the clock speed, and that's a CPU this has.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's just nuts. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently at one point they actually pitched the system to the chipset they're designing to Nintendo as a follow-up to the NES, but Nintendo wasn't biting, so they ended up selling to NEC instead. But I think there's a little remnant of that because you can actually set the CPU to NES speed for some reason, and I can't think of any reason to actually include that feature unless backwards compatibility was planned at some point.
Huh. I mean, that would be pretty cool, yeah. Honestly, Nintendo has not exactly been known for doing anything with backwards compatibility.
Yeah, they're not great about it.
Except mobile. You know, mobile, they've done a little bit more of that, but... Oh, geez, they really should have. Because I don't know, I'll still go and buy carts all the time. I want to play old games on hardware.
Yeah, Nintendo is bad about actually... Well, they're good about having a handful of popular games like Mario 3 available anywhere, but they're bad about, like, obscure parts of the library or letting other companies put stuff up.
Yeah, exactly. Obscure parts of the library, they have to be licensed and generally popular to make it into any type of e-store, which, great, yeah. How many versions of Link to the Past have I purchased at this time? I know it's not NES, but still, like, we need some of the lesser-known stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm saying that, but then they'll get no sales because guess what? Only I and some of the people watching here want that stuff.
Sure, yeah. Actually, that makes me wonder. I wonder how well Earthbound Beginnings did when they finally released that. I think that's what they called it.
I think it did relatively well.
I'm curious if sales numbers are out there, because it's only digital. I don't think they often release just the digital stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah, Cheese Viking games against the first boss of level 3 and seem to have trouble turning around, because this game is like that. Sometimes it just doesn't want to turn around, actually. I think usually it's because you're in flight mode, and it doesn't work when you're in flight mode, but you might necessarily know you're in flight mode if you're on the ground.
Okay, I'm just sort of relaxing, enjoying the music a little bit. Honestly, chat makes really good points about backwards compatibility, you know, selling new expensive games first, more people are going to buy those, and second, you make more money with every purchase. You know, it's not everybody who's going to want some of the old software, so they have to go with something that is more likely to sell anything. Why put something on if nobody's going to get it?
True.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why, you know, they're pretty stingy with the popular titles and with the things that didn't do it nearly as well. Not nearly as stingy. They don't look out over stuff. Like, you know, we don't hear anything about Karnov these days, you know?
Yeah, you really don't. Who even owns Karnov now?
The IP was for sale a little while ago. Like, I legit thought about asking what the price would be, but I'm scared it would be expensive.
It's really hard to tell those things sometimes.
Well, Kessenchu and Meticulous Beekeeper are still on Stage 2, Cheese Viking Games and Exuna on Stage 3. Honestly, the difficulty for this game went up really fast.
Yeah, it did. The thing that they handle of this, I'm not sure, I don't think it was that much harder than this. This game only has 5 levels. Like, one of the reasons I put it against, like, 5-point group is I felt like they're most likely to actually beat it in the time. But yeah, there's a small chance if one of them finally clicks with one of them, they'll actually end up beating this. I mean, we'll see, but it's possible.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew. See, that's my type of sound effect. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, and some of the players in Discord are like, do these just keep coming forever? I think so. It's like, yeah, the regular enemies do just keep coming, at least for the most part. It's only the bosses that are kind of the one-off enemies. Yeah, and Exudo is asking if this is a 6-button game. It is not. Because you kind of feel like there should be more weapons in this game playing it. Like, you feel like there should be some melee attack or something, or some missiles, or just something that isn't just a little pea shooter, but no.
Oh. I love how intense the boss music is, and Kessenchu is through that boss. I believe there's a second one right after, right?
It's level 3 that has a second boss right after.
Ah, there we go. Kessenchu is through. Moving on to level 3. Oh! Why did the robot shoot me? I'm not a fan of being shot. That's not fun.
I mean, you shot us all because we're dissing the game.
Well, Kessenchu died. Yeah, you shoot us, you die. Don't do it, stupid robot.
Oh, we're seeing that second boss in Cheese Viking Games. That's the second boss of level 3. Who I actually haven't gotten past.
Nice. I just love the silence as it scrolls over to his disappointed face. It's like, I know I disappointed you, Mech Senpai. Can't really do anything about that. Oh, Meticulous Beekeeper really needs to put some good work into this. Just so everybody knows, this is a 5-point group. They need 12 points in order to progress to the 3rd round. That means that only 1st and 2nd will be moving on.
Oh, it looks like Exuno is going to be against the second boss in a second as well. Or... Yep, there we are.
I love that there are people in this match who are asking, are we sure this isn't a 6-button game?
yeah, it feels like there should be more to this, and there's just not.
Yeah, I was going to say, with the run and gun, usually there are different abilities or different weapons or something to keep things varied throughout, and this game just doesn't have any of that.
Yeah, I think a little bit of platforming or something, just like a little bit just to kind of mix up the levels so it's not just a big tube with enemies in it. But no.
And then the silence when you die, it's just robot disappointment. You know, I don't imagine robots would really be too keen on shaming you too much. They just... You know, you don't need dramatic music. What? Did Cheese Viking get through the boss?
Yeah, Cheese Viking did.
Oh,
right,
Exudo, no! Cheese is definitely in the lead at this point, then moving on to level 4. What is this music? Okay, some of the music has been great, but this sounds like a documentary that, yeah, documentary.
Yeah, this one's a bit odd.
Not a high-quality documentary, either. Gonna say Pizza Man documentary, you know?
Yeah, Cheese Viking Games is doing the just fly over things and hope for the best strat, which sometimes works. It actually works well in level 3. So, we'll see if that pays off after, if they can kill this guy.
Why does, like, when you die and it shows you the robot, his shoulder looks like a dog. Okay, watch Kessenchu. It looks like a dog. Like a dog with a hood.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. And personally, I think I like the shoulder better than the rest of the mech.
Yeah, this is not my favorite mech design. I don't think it's a terrible one, but it's kind of... It doesn't feel like it stands out to me.
Yeah. It's okay. Honestly, right now, you know, Cheese Viking is definitely in the lead, but it looks like this game still cranks up the difficulty. And
yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised. How does it do that? Does it just give different patterns with different enemies? What is actually the thing that's increasing difficulty here? Why is it more difficult?
This throws more enemies at you, gives you bosses that have patterns that are harder to dodge. Starts putting more than one boss in a row.
Oh, and not every hit deals 1 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some that hurt more, and yeah, like the boss that Cheese Viking Games is on, like has 4 things orbiting it that you don't seem to be able to kill. Like that is kind of brutal. They can each shoot at you.
Yeah, can you kill those?
It doesn't look like it from here. Again, this is farther than I got, so I haven't really tested it out, but it's not looking like you can.
I feel like because they flash when you hit them, they might take damage, but it's really hard to know.
Okay, so Loxon says you can't actually kill them. That might be the best strategy, really.
Honestly, take out the little dudes, and then
okay,
focus...
yeah, I do see one die there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, probably the best strategy would be to fly up because they can't hit you when you're that high, and then take out the big boss, and once they're gone.
The difficult part is that you cannot turn around as well when fighting things. So if the little laser fleas... What is this audio?
Yeah, the game talks to you sometimes. All the spoken dialogue is in English for some reason. So they called you Mr. Rambo. I don't know if it's actually your name or if they're just kind of like a sarcastic, jokey thing or what.
Mr. Rambo, Mr. Rambo. It's a good name. I like Rambo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this music is kind of rocking. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, Kessenchu got hit. The thing is, there are 2 bosses, so even if Kessenchu does manage to get through this... Nope! Ah!
And again, I don't think you can regenerate once the shield is completely gone, so at that point, a decent strategy running away to recover, but just a little bit too late.
Ah, it's been a lot of fun so far. I like this game. Like,
Yeah,
the difficulty is a little ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, playing it, I kind of almost liked it. It's like... It almost feels like the proof of concept for a better game.
By the way, I do have the game story from the game's cover. Let me go ahead and read this to you. Sea Square, a gigantic man-made island on the Atlantic Ocean. Wait, did they just go and make this square out in the ocean?
I guess.
Sea Square.
Where else would you put it?
Well, it doesn't need to be a square. You can make it other shapes, like island-shaped.
Or maybe there are other shapes, and this is just about the square. Like, the triangle is less interesting. You don't know if robots there.
Whatever. No, I haven't been to the Bermuda Triangle, except in my dreams. Okay, anyways, blah, blah, blah. An armed fortress controlled by a mysterious army. Ooh. It is evident that they are developing, with 2 Ps, developing the most evil weapon for slaughter to maintain and grasp its superiority of military power in the world. Joint forces have taken the motion for a special action, irregular combat, and have prepared a mobile weapon Browning to destroy the ultimate weapon.
Well,
yeah,
so,
Exuno is on to the next level.
Oh, good. But yeah, I get the plot in the intro too. Like, they give a little more detail there, but it really seems like bad guy does bad things, so here's a giant robot to fight bad guy, and it's just a log version of that.
Kessenchu found a strategy that was working. Just duck near the boss.
Let's see how that works out. I would not be surprised with cheese strats you can find.
Unfortunately, I think Kessenchu is a little bit worried about taking damage now. Temperature is yellow. How do you turn around?
You double tap the direction you want to turn.
Oh, that's actually kind of fine. It's a lot better than Sword of Sedan. I can't even remember how to turn around in Sedan right now. I think you hold a button and push left or right. It's just dumb. It's really bad.
Yeah. The only annoying thing, though, is you can't do it while you're flying. And sometimes you can be in flying mode and be at ground level and not notice that you're flying. It's like, why am I turning around? Oh, wait, I'm flying.
Yeah! Oh my gosh, this boss music is the best. It's so good. Ooh, Kessenchu just got whacked in the face by the boss. Yeah, Kessenchu is being way careful right now, which might end up paying off, but less than 30 seconds left. You gotta start going a little bit faster, Kessenchu. Don't be too careful. At the same time, if you do manage to have a little bit more health for the last 10 minutes, maybe you can be a little braver.
I think it got disconnected for a minute there. You said anything.
Uh-oh. Oh, jeez, Kessenchu! Come on! 5 seconds! No, you're dead! Well. Bye, Kessenchu. Fel, I'm sad. Can you hear me? Fel! Oh no, Fel! Fel, victim of the robots! I'm gonna
My connection just got really weird all of a sudden.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you, yes.
Ah, good. Yeah, Kessenchu, unfortunately did get to the point where he ran out of time. You know, he had about 4 seconds left and just flew straight into the robot to try to get some last-second hits on. But that wasn't enough.
That's sad.
Hey, Exuno is developing some strats to fight this stupid, like... It almost looks like a scorpion. It's like some sort of spider boss. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some robots like that in Ghost in the Shell, which... Actually, the movie wasn't out when this game was made. The manga might have been.
Huh. Okay. Cheese Viking wrote...
You missed, cowboy. My name is Arnold.
You missed, cowboy. My name is Arnold. What a good set of dialogue lines. I love it. So good.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, Cheese Viking Games saying in Discord right now, this game is impossible, smiley face. And I did find a Game FAQs review, specifically titled, "There's something brown in this game, all right." Yeah, they weren't exactly impressed by this video game that we have here, Browning.
Yeah, most people aren't. Though strangely, I used to hear sometimes in the PC Engine FX forums, like, "Oh, it's way too easy. You'll beat it in an hour." And I'm like, "You sure? You can do that? I played this." I don't know, maybe some are just really good at this kind of game.
Well, it's almost... I think that the reviews, you can either tell that they were way too good at it and had expectations that, you know, it was going to be the next Dark Souls, or you can tell that they played the first level and based the entire game off of that. And I love it.
True, yeah.
Yeah, you almost never get anything in between. I love seeing reviews that are like, yeah, this game was way too easy, and, you know, half an hour into the Ku5ogrande match, we see everybody still on level 1. I mean, yeah, it's... Game FAQs, there's something.
Yeah, definitely.
At the same time, I absolutely love them. I think that it's a fantastic site. The reviews are, like, as biased as humanly possible, and that is kind of charming. Kesenchu just try to fight this boss and deal a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, this boss is Big Patootie. Kesenchu wants to get a little of the shield back because it's just not exactly a good state to be in. 0 shield.
Yeah, I think at 0 you can't. I don't think you can regenerate. So
wait, seriously?
Yeah, I think it's I think it still needs some shield to regenerate. Because I've never, at least when I was trying it, I was having trouble getting it to regenerate at 0.
The slow and steady strat then might be the way to go here.
Except for 16 seconds left, so...
well, if you can still kill it in this race against time, then that's fine.
Yeah, I'm hoping, but...
Kesenchu,
we're running out of time.
Oh my gosh! 2, 1... Oh no! Well, happens to the best of us. You know, exploding. Hey, the first time I exploded. Actually, no, I've never exploded. I do remember, though, my grandpa had some explosives go off on his hand. Yeah, while he was holding them. Yeah, he didn't have all his fingers. But it was farming equipment. I'm not sure how explosives were farming equipment, but that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, I was going to ask what the heck he was holding, but,
Actually, wait. He also worked at the mine, so, yeah, it was probably not out on the farm. Maybe he accidentally took some explosives home and left them outside, picking them up, especially when explosives have been outside. You don't want to touch those because they could go off at any point. And, yeah, they did. Luckily, you know, it wasn't like a full stick of dynamite. It was a blasting cap. But... yeah. He also got struck by lightning.
My name is Arnold.
oh! How did that go?
I mean, it hurt, but he lived.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah, apparently he went back into the house, and there was some sheep. There were some little baby sheep, lambs, that's what they're called. There were some lambs there that they were taking care of because I guess one of them was sick. He went and pet one, and it died. I'm not sure if, like, there was a giant shock that came out of his hand, but yeah, that lamb wasn't okay.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, a little bit, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Touch your wife instead? Nah, touch the lamb. Be careful. Also, you know, some stories are a little bit exaggerated. Not gonna lie, it happens occasionally that people who tell stories might not be in be telling the truth, but one story that I actually did manage to find that was true about my grandpa was when he caught a monkey. Because there was a zoo train going by and the monkey escaped. And my grandpa found it. He's like, why the crap is there this monkey out at my ranch?
Oh,
What is the monkey doing here? Yeah, so I'm not sure he got a reward for it, but he found a monkey.
What kind of monkey was it, you know?
Circus monkey.
Fair enough.
I have no idea. I don't know. Like, I just imagine one of those from Indiana Jones, you know? The monkey that just steals stuff and then eats the stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that monkey doesn't live too long, though. Oh, okay, Cheese Viking is fighting the gross boss, so is Exuno. This game is just a little unfair.
Yeah, this boss is just... Actually, it looks like Exuno... Oh, I think Exuno did it.
Oh my gosh, Exuno did. Is that putting Exuno in the lead, then?
Yeah, that's definitely the lead. So yeah, I think this pair, I think, is the other boss of this level. I think that's it. I looked through a long play a little while ago. But yeah, he has to beat both of these, and I think that's the level.
Okay. Huh. I love how crazy the music gets. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, one nice part that's definitely very over the top and ridiculous, if it should be.
Okay, Exuno is just going a little bit slow. I think Exuno really wants to deal with the flying laser thingies first, which I think is probably a good strat here. Yeah,
I agree. Like they go ahead, they can kind of deal with him if he fly because they can't really shoot down diagonally, and once they're gone, that main boss can only shoot horizontally. So that would really help out.
Yeah. Here's the deal, Fel. Let me go ahead and do some thinking out loud. Because a lot of games back in the TurboGrafx day, yeah, they were more difficult, but definitely not this level of difficult. At the same time, the Continuum Life system is super generous in that it starts you right before the same level that you had, as far as we can tell, unlimited continues. You know, it's sort of... it's more forgiving than Dark Souls. I honestly think that having a system like that is probably fine. Making it more difficult, but allowing you to get back to where you were super quickly. You know?
Yeah, I think that works. I think as developers, like, this is a short game, which is probably one reason why they cranked up the difficulty, because they used, like, all their stuff on a handful of levels, but, they clearly still wanted you to see everything, which is why they're still, like, letting you continue so easily, and I appreciate that. This definitely could have been designed worse in that way.
Yeah. Everything takes so long to kill. You are letting them use turbo, though, right?
I told them they can if they want to, but I mean, your gun automatically fires in turbo. There's not really much of a use for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I love that the TurboGrafx actually had it built in. Honestly, you know, you could go and buy turbo controllers for the Super Nintendo and whatever console you wanted. And I never really used turbo when I was young, but it was just neat that you could have that option. And TurboGrafx just had the option built right in. Didn't even have to get a special controller. Oh no, kiss and chew!
But yeah, that was, especially since this console has so many shmups on it, which are a lot of times what you need them for, before Rapid Fire kind of became standard.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was a collector's site. I can double check what it was later, but out of like 700 something Japanese games, over 100 of them are shmups, according to their categorization.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think there's any other console that's as shmup dominated as the TurboGrafx and PC Engine.
Okay, fascinating. But you're probably right, yeah. Turbo would definitely make those bearable. Whereas, I'm trying to think, is it Contra that you just have to mash, like, the entire time?
I think so.
I don't think that, you know, I have the endurance to do that. You know, I used to play Fester's Quest, I used to speedrun that, and that was like mashing the video game, especially for the first 5 minutes.
Exuno has beaten level 4. Only one
Very
left.
nice.
You might see completion today.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Cowboy. My name is Arnold. I'm finished joking.
My name is Arnold. I'm just thinking, hey Arnold. Certainly a cartoon. You're a little no, you're a football head. You've got a football head. It's just oriented the other way. Like they rotated it 90 degrees. Bam, you're Arnold.
Yeah, there we are. So I think this guy that's being fought in level 5 is the same as the boss that Kessenchu is fighting now. Yeah, there was some message of like I'm back or something after the rematch. And I think there's a level of just this boss and then one more boss and that's it. And the entire game.
Cheese Viking is having a really difficult time with this level. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Honestly, every level is just more difficult than the last, and, you know, we're definitely seeing everybody get separated. Everybody has run into their individual walls. Meticulous Beekeeper on level 2, Kessenchu on 3, Cheese Viking 4, Exuno on 5. Like, they're all spread out, and while I could see some comebacks depending on the player, at the same time, you know, we're starting to get down to the point where the places are going to be set.
Yeah, I'd say Cheese Viking Games has a chance if he can finally pull this off, but...
Wait, so the game's only 5 stages long?
Yep.
Well, then you have to make the bosses really hard, you know?
Yeah, that's probably the main reason the difficulty, just so you didn't blast through the game real fast.
Cowboy. My name is Arnold. I'm finished joking.
Yeah, I find a lot of the TurboGrafx CD games is... I feel like a lot of the space and development energy was largely on, like, presentation and cutscenes and stuff. But, like, the actual game itself, for a lot of them, is something, like, really short and usually pretty easy. You can just kind of blast through.
Pew, 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 pew. Exuno did die again. Apparently that was a double KO, though.
Ooh, that's cool. So hopefully he can move on to the actual boss after this.
Oh, this isn't even a real one. I love it. Okay, Exuno just trying to use the hide behind the boss strat to not take too much early damage. And that's probably a good way to go. Kessenchu against part 2 of level 3. Honestly, I could see Kessenchu moving up, getting close to Cheese Viking, and hypothetically, maybe even passing.
Yeah, that's still possible, I think, yeah.
It's absolutely needed at this point, because only the top 2 people are going to move on in the tournament.
Oh, it looks like Exuno had moved past that first boss.
Well,
and then immediately died.
Well, the lasers are so thick. You know, you can tell how dangerous a laser is based off of how thick it is. The thick boys are just going to destroy you. Kessenchu trying to run away from the boss a little bit. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I really like this boss theme. It's so good.
It really is, yeah. I really hope we can see Kessenchu beat this boss. He's been trying so hard on this one. For so.
I hope so. The bad thing is that the boss actually puts up a defense all the time. So
yeah,
it's
that's
hard.
the worst of bosses.
I feel like Kiss and Chew could actually stand up a little bit because the lasers really don't go very low in this section, you know. It's very much a set pattern. He goes to the top of his jump, shoots, and then as he comes down, has other lasers. Oh. But Kesuchu is through!
Kesuchu did it.
Meticulous Beekeeper is very much struggling. I don't think Meticulous Beekeeper has much of a chance to move up. The big one to watch right now is Kesuchu. If Kesuchu can get past the boss that Cheese Viking is fighting, then for sure Kesuchu will have made it through enough to move into second place. We'll have to see though. Busy fighting the head crabs. You don't really need to fight.
Yeah, sometimes I think it might be a little hard to tell exactly what you need to fight and what you don't until you kind of know where the bosses are.
Oh, this is going to be a fast death.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. Well, we'd first try against that boss, it's not surprising.
Oh no, Cheese Viking Games said that it took them 15 minutes to figure out how to turn around consistently. Oh, is it really that bad?
Again, it's when you're flying, it doesn't work right, which is probably what the problem was. But considering that, he's doing really well.
Oh, yeah. You know, as I'm watching this game, I'm actually understanding a lot more of the appeal when it comes to mechs, because like this game is so bright, colorful. It's got some ridiculous enemies you're fighting, like the strange alien robot that is on stage 4. You've got explosions. You've got this beautiful animation for your main character here. You know, the enemies are extremely dynamic. Explosions.
Yeah, so much of this game is really good. It just doesn't quite come together, really.
Oh, Exuno! That's another death. Yeah, it's honestly a little bit surreal that somebody would make a mech game and not have additional weapons that you can collect. That's not how mech games work.
Yeah, that's the thing with mechs. Usually it's like, oh, there are transformations and a million guns and all these cool things like that. And it's just, here's like, pea shooter.
Oh my gosh. Exuno fighting the purple mech dude. Now, I assume you do have the temperature gauge, and I would assume that goes up based off of flying mostly.
Yeah, mostly flying at least. I think dashing might technically not be flying, but still does it too a little bit. But...
Oh, if you can dash, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's really just a limit. I think it's just to limit you from flying over everything all the time, I think.
For sure. I mean, what? Mario wouldn't let you fly the entire time. No, they had to make you run out of pea speed. Oh, did Meticulous Beekeeper beat the level? Yes, moving on to stage 3. Heck yeah.
Glad to see that.
Ooh, Kesuchu down again. Honestly, whoever beats the boss between Cheese Viking Games and Kesuchu will move into second place. Right now, Cheese Viking Games is in second due to getting here first. I think dealing a good amount of damage as well, though it's hard to say exactly how much damage anybody has done to any of these bosses.
Yeah, the lack of health bars is unfortunate.
Oh, yeah. You could get P-Wings in Mario. I forgot, at least Mario 3. But that's cheating. Built-in video game cheats, okay? Kessenchu has been doing an interesting strat, backing up and shooting the little demon laser robots while just backtracking. I think that is a good way to proceed here. Honestly, look, almost all of the robots are dead. I feel like Kessenchu could move into second in just a little bit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I hope it'd be fun if that happens. Hope so.
Unfortunately, there was overheating, but all of the little dumb robots are dead. This could be the marking point for moving into Oh no! Never mind.
So close. There was still time.
And honestly, yeah, there's still time. I think one of them is going to beat the boss. Well, Drumbordus, while you are correct that Kessenchu still has more fights after, remember, Cheese Viking Games does not appear to have beaten this boss yet. So whoever beats it moves into second. Like, Exuno, I'm pretty sure, has first on lock. Meticulous Beekeeper, I do not imagine will beat all the bosses in this level. So that's sort of what we're looking at, the duel between the Viking and the Chew. Unfortunately, Kessenchu is out of shield. Yep.
Yeah, Exuno keeps dying to those lasers. Those look like such a huge pain.
Well, they're thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be shot with a thick laser. It'll leave a giant hole through you. That's how you get organ damage, okay? Okay, Kessenchu heading on over to the boss. Cheese Viking Games is actually doing fairly well at getting some damage without taking too much damage. Honestly, getting hit by the stupid oh, never mind. That's death. Getting hit by the stupid laser copters or whatever you want to call them, that's really not too bad because they only deal 1 bit of damage. The main boss deals 3 pretty much with each hit. So deal with the little guys, get rid of them because you don't want to keep taking damage over and over again, but deal with them and then go after the main attraction. Yeah, that's my assessment.
Yeah, and I feel like with the health bars, you can go from a full health bar to nothing really fast in this game. Which is one of the other reasons it's a huge pain to do a lot of this.
Kessenchu, that is death. We're down to the last 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. I have no idea. Exuno could still technically beat the game.
Yeah, I hope we see that.
Oh my gosh.
Exuno's going to be good at getting to the lasers, but...
I think that, honestly, the most important thing with the lasers is figuring out how they turn and why they... Like, are they on a specific timer? Do they turn based off of how you've done so far or where you're standing? I'm not sure I see consistency in the way that they turn and the angle that they aim at.
Yeah, I think the strategy of getting a corner one and kind of standing under one of the lasers works, because that one above you never seems to quite hit you.
Yeah.
But you just didn't quite pull it off that time.
Ooh, we've got a little bit of buffering here. Let me go ahead and see if I can get everything refreshed so that everybody is caught up. Maybe? Kessenchu, where'd you go? Oh, you died.
Well.
Still a shot. Still a shot to move into second. Oh, Exuno going into the laser. Having 2 shield is not good, though, because each of these lasers deals 1 damage. However, he already took down 1. There's a chance. Yeah, I think that you really have to keep your eyes on all of the lasers in order to avoid them. Like, maybe you have to be a little cross-eyed.
Yeah, it does look like they actually can shoot straight down. Just wasn't doing it the other time. But oh, one left. Let's see how this goes.
Ku5ogrande dying again, not too surprising because he went down to 0 shield. Honestly, as soon as you're at 0 shield, you should be dying quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Exuno has been taking it a little bit slow because who knows what's going to happen as soon as you destroy the TV in the middle. Exuno, gotta kill the TV.
Hopefully Exuno notices it takes damage.
But Exuno might also be letting the shield charge back up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea with how much time is still left.
Okay, there we go. Exuno attacking the TV. Good. Get rid of the media. This specific media. They don't even show anything. They just show, like, Japanese character, that's all.
I think this is the real final boss we're going to see in Exuno now. Yep.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, those shots take on half your shield every time they hit you. That's good.
Yeah, that's something. That is absolutely not fair. How ridiculous. Well, I feel like we're starting to get down to people's last shots of making progress. Ku5ogrande still fighting the weird alien robot things. Trying to damage abuse in order to use iframes and just shoot the boss in the face. But Ku5ogrande is doing, well, was doing relatively well, still getting hit from time to time. 1 shield left, 2 shield left. Oh, 1 shield, none shield. Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. This is... Ku5ogrande is just moonwalking. Okay. Just trying to use the shoot at the boss forever and see if it dies, but it didn't.
Yeah, a lot of this game, it feels like you could just stand there shooting it, but you do so little damage in every shot, despite the fact you have a million of them, that there's still a lot of dodging and stuff you need to do.
Oh, yeah. As Chad is saying, by the way, yeah, this game doesn't really seem too bad, just really hard. I would say that the level of difficulty is honestly what makes this kind of Ku5ogrande. Or at least, it's just unreasonable. And there's so little to the game because there are only 5 stages. I don't know. I don't know. Guess what? We hit the hour. That's time. Why? Why YouTube? Why are you being a butt? Oh my gosh, this happens all the time. Stupid YouTube being a big pile of butts. Well, we are done with the match today. We do have 2 more coming up, but just so everybody knows, Exuno took the victory. That was pretty dang awesome, making it to what we believe is the final boss. Ku5ogrande appears to take 2nd, Ku5ogrande 3rd, and Meticulous Beekeeper coming in 4th. Now, 1st and 2nd will be moving on, so congratulations to Exuno and Ku5ogrande Games.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah, what do you think about the overall progress that everybody made?
I think overall everyone did well. Like, I forget the first time I played this, but I did get stuck for like a long time on level 3 myself. Like, I probably wouldn't have done any better than any of these people.
Oh, geez. I'm not really a shmupper. Yeah, that's a new word. Just invented the word. Hello, Exuno!
Hello, Brosentia. Thank you for, casting this and getting me a great game to play. I can't believe I keep getting good turbo graphics games.
Glad you're having a good time.
Wait. What was the last one you got? Remind me.
The one I'm thinking of was last Kuso when I got Samurai Ghost and really enjoyed that too.
Oh, I think I forgot about that game. Is that the lady with the sword?
That's the really awkward sword combat game where you like have all the different slashes depending on what D-pad you press, and like the sword is like just angled in random different directions.
And it kind of does like Ernest Evans thing where it's like ragdoll-y, where different parts of
Yeah.
your body are animated separately.
Oh, yeah, that one is... Okay, yeah, I found a video of it. Yeah, I remember that game. I love it. It's definitely Kuso. But it's kind of amazing. Yeah, so
yeah.
What did you think about the game overall?
I really liked it. It was hard as all get out, as I'm sure we all demonstrated. I was really glad when I finally noticed that your health regenerated and that you could just keep running away from bosses forever.
Oh, yeah.
Very important strat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tricky thing about that is that you did have a limited amount of time, but at the same time, being able to run away, at least you can start understanding how long it's going to take to kill the boss, you know.
Yeah, you can, get up to the second bosses that just surprise you and say the level's not over, and then you realize you have to do things faster.
Yeah, honestly, this game is mostly a boss rush.
It is pretty much just a boss rush. And the final stage does bosses that you can't just run away from because it doesn't have the stage before it, which really sucked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had to just damage race that first phase and then hope I could dodge the second phase. And then there was a third phase, so I died.
Oh, fun. Yeah. Actually, not too fun. Oh, no. Oh, I'm really glad that you were able to come join us. And I know that you have plenty of projects going on. What is your current project that you've got?
I don't have anything going on at all right now.
Okay, never mind. I found the one time.
Yeah, no. Everyone should check out Mystery Funhouse, though. I hang out there sometimes just racing games, occasionally on commentary. They've been doing their, game show every week.
Yeah,
I'm sure plug that plenty.
I need to hop over and play some games over there sometime, like, really. I'm very glad that the mystery tournament is still around and definitely kicking. I try to join, and honestly at this point I think that I'm finally at the point where my stress is low enough where I'd be able to reliably do that. So hopefully I can just get more involved in some of these other communities here. Yeah.
Nice. I heard that Roar finally picked out the dates on that, so we should have some news coming soon.
Holy cow.
Cool.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, stay tuned. Mystery Funhouse will definitely have some stuff. Well, anything else you want to say before we take off?
Not really. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the race. Good luck in whatever else is coming up today.
Sure thing, and again, congrats on the victory. All right, take care, you two. Bye.
Later.
See ya.
Everybody, welcome to Ku5ogrande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. Hey, you know what you love? Advertisements. So we're going to go ahead and drop over there while I get some stuff set up. Okay, don't go anywhere. Kessenchu. Also, if you're hearing me right now, you did so good. Like, you were really close to getting to the next... You almost passed. You almost passed the player. So, yeah, honestly, feel good about how you did. You were very close. I hope you're all doing well, by the way. I know I'm just talking into the void. I'm not even looking at chat right now. Better not be saying bad things about me. How can I save stuff? Oh my gosh, I know why. Oh my god. If we're back live, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this ready. I'm trying, everybody. Ugh.